There is nothing worse than finishing your cold plunge only to find out that you've got a leak. So instead of going through tons of trial and error, I want to show you my best practices for joining socket PVC fittings together. I'm Joe from DIY Cold Plunge, and let's make some leak-proof connections. This process can get messy, so it's a good idea to put down some cardboard on your work area. You'll also need some plastic gloves to protect your hands, paper towels to wipe up any drips, a tape measure and a Sharpie, a way to cut your PVC and spa hose. I prefer a PVC cutter. You can also use a good old-fashioned saw if needed. Of course, you'll need the pipe, spa hose, and fittings that you want to join together, PVC primer and cement. Make sure you get the purple primer and regular PVC cement. Believe me, there's nothing worse than buying the wrong stuff, making your connections, and then having leaks later on. These are both 4-ounce cans, and it's more than enough for a project like this. It's also helpful to have frog tape handy and some fine grit sandpaper, and all of this stuff is listed and linked in the description below. And quick reminder, this video is specifically about making socket connections. I've got a completely separate video showing how to make the threaded connections, so make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on that. And before we dive right in, quick disclaimer, I'm not a plumber, a contractor, or anything like that. I'm just a guy who spent the last 2.5 years figuring out how to design and build cold plunges and helping people at home do the same thing. The first thing we need to do is figure out how long the PVC or spa hose needs to be to join these fittings together. And you'll do that by measuring the internal depth of each fitting. When you look at your socket fittings, there will be a little ridge on the inside that the PVC will slide into and stop at. So you'll just take a tape measure and measure up to that little ridge and figure out your depth. And the reason that I can't give you just a blanket suggestion is that these fittings were bought from 2 different stores. These 2 here have an internal depth of 3/4 of an inch, while these 2 have a 1-inch internal depth. So take your own measurements for both fittings that you're joining together, add that up, and that'll be how much PVC or spa hose you need. So if I'm joining these 2 together, I'll need 1.5 inches because it's 3/4 of an inch plus 3/4 of an inch. Or if I'm joining these 2 together, I'll need 2 inches. 1 plus 1 obviously equals 2. So get your measurement and then mark and cut your PVC. And this probably won't happen if you use a PVC cutter, but clean up any jagged or rough edges with sandpaper. I'm gonna show you 3 different approaches or techniques to joining PVC together. The first is how I learned and did this early on. I'll call it the proper way to do things. The second way will ensure that you have a really clean finish, so I'll call that the neat freak technique. And then third, I'll show you how I make these connections nowadays, which kind of colors outside the lines and goes a little bit rogue. Once you have your pieces ready, start by unscrewing the cap on both the primer and the cement. And as you work, the dauber should either be in your hand or in the can. You don't want to be setting these things down or mixing and matching. It can just make a mess of things. I always start with the pipe or the spa hose and take your primer and dab the dauber in the can quite a bit because this stuff can really make a mess. Once you've done that, you'll start applying to 1/2 of the PVC. And you just want to make sure that you get this primer all the way around this PVC. And what I got into the habit of doing is doing 15 passes one way and then 15 passes the other way. And you know you're on the right track when the lettering starts to fade away on the PVC. Once you've applied primer here, you can set your piece of PVC down, and then you'll apply primer on the inside of the fitting. Same thing here, do 15 passes one way and then 15 passes the other way. And as always, you can have a paper towel ready to clean up any excess primer or cement. Once you've done that, we'll apply the cement. And I do the same thing here, about 15 passes one way, 15 passes the other way. Then you'll move on to your fitting, do the same thing, 15 one way, 15 the other way. And this really ensures good coverage for both the primer and the cement. Now, once both of your pieces are primed and cement, you'll push the PVC into the fitting as far as it can go, and then give it a 1/4 turn. Once you've given it that little twist, you'll need to hold this for about 30 seconds. And I personally always like to take a paper towel and clean up the excess as I'm holding it. After about 30 seconds has gone by, your joint is secure enough to let go. And then you can just continue on in the same fashion. That's the proper way to make these socket connections using PVC primer and cement. But as promised, here's how you can make the least amount of mess possible using the neat freak technique. I'll do this using flexible spa hose and the PVC chiller fittings that I have on my site. But what you'll do is, again, measure the internal depth of your fitting, and then you'll take your pipe or your spa hose or whatever it is and mark that length. Then you'll take some frog tape and tape around on the pipe at that length, giving yourself a little bit of extra. Then you'll prime and cement this the exact same way we did before, and then insert with a twist to attach. Once you've held it for about 30 seconds, you can remove the tape, and this should give you a clean line at every single connection. Now, for all the rebels out there, this is what you've been waiting for. This is how I currently make my socket connections. You'll measure and cut your pieces just like you did before, but we're gonna jump directly into applying cement and skip the primer altogether. So you'll start with applying the cement to one side of your pipe, and you'll apply it the same way we did before. About 15 passes one way and then 15 passes the other way, and you'll start with the PVC pipe. Once you've applied your cement there, you'll go to your fitting and do the same thing. And then before you join these two together, you're gonna take the cement one more time and apply it to the pipe or hose one more time. Once you've done that, insert, twist, and hold while it sets up. And as always, you can use your paper towel to clean things up. You can continue this process repeating as you go, but again, I make sure to start with the PVC pipe, then go to the fitting, and then go back to the PVC pipe one more time. If you want to try that out, you certainly can, but be warned, I did show you the proper way to do things. So that covers all the techniques for joining things together. Here are some mistakes and things to avoid. First is using old PVC cement. If it's gunked up, get rid of it. Second is don't use any really crooked or jagged cuts. Mistake number 3 would be not holding your joints long enough because again, this PVC is gonna wanna jump away from each other. Also, make sure you don't let your PVC or primer dry out. That means the dauber is either in your hand or in the can, and don't let your pieces sit out and dry before attaching them together. Mistake number 5 is not hitting the subscribe button. If you've already done this, disregard. And to round all this out, make sure you consider the ambient temperature that you're working in. The primer and cement will set up and cure at different rates depending on what temperature it is. In general, don't work on this if it's below 40 degrees, and you'll want to wait about 2 hours before you add water to them. And so now all of my thoughts have been transferred to you on how to make these socket connections using PVC primer and cement. If you want to support the channel, make sure to do your shopping at DIYcoldplunge.com. I've got some really awesome DIY plans and the best products for building a cold plunge that you can get your hands on. If you need additional help with making threaded connections, or you want to see every plumbing part that goes into a DIY cold plunge, subscribe to the channel and be on the lookout for my next 2 videos. As always, thanks for watching. I'm Joe with DIY Cold Plunge, and we'll see you at the next video.